Saturday night. Now, this event is brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing in conjunction with Riyadh Season, National Events Centre, the General Entertainment Authority, Gold Star Promotions and Seller. Now, before we speak to these top tables here, let's just take a moment to once again say thank you to those involved who are making these unbelievable events that are giving boxing fans absolutely everything right now. Let's thank them for making all of this happen. Firstly, we'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz. And to His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. And of course to His Excellency Chairman of GIA, Turki Al-Sheikh. And a big thank you to all of the teams of GIA, Riyadh Season and Seller as we continue to work together to deliver these historic nights in the kingdom. Okay, well, let's speak to the gaffers. Let's speak to the promoters, the two promoters who, up until a few months ago, hadn't uttered a single word to each other. Thankfully, they have now, and we've got this magnificent show. Frank, I'm going to start with you. 2 days away now. These are the 5 men that you've picked. This is the event for the ultimate bragging rights. Feeling good? Feeling confident?
I'm feeling great, and it's great to be in the world's capital of boxing, Riyadh, here in Saudi Arabia, with this Riyadh Season special event. Again, we would also like to thank King Salman bin Abdulaziz. We also like to thank the Crown Prince, His Highness bin Salman, and the Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Also to Seller, Spencer Brown of Gold Star, and my fellow promoter, Eddie Hearn from Matchroom. It'll be live on DAZN globally and TNT Sports Box Office in the UK. So if you're not here, please watch it because you're going to be entertained. And as Dev said, 5v5, our best 5 against Matchroom's best 5. This is going to be something of a really, really cracking fight card. Every fight in its own right is a main event. We work very hard to get this to where it's at, and this has all been done really because of His Excellency, who got Eddie and I together, banged our heads together and said, right, come on you two guys, you've got all this going on, all this rivalry, let's settle it in the ring. You get your best 5, and Frank, you get your best 5, and we'll see who's the best. And that's why we're here for Saturday night. This is going to be extra special. We've got a great team here, really good fighters, quality fighters. There's guys who are older, who are fighting for their careers. There's youngsters on the way up who are looking to impress and get onto an even bigger stage with some of the magnificent events that are taking part here in Riyadh. We've had some fabulous fights that we've been involved with since October. It just gets better and better and better. And as Eddie said earlier, we had the fight of the century, the heavyweight fight of the century on May the 18th, an epic battle. One of the best fights I've certainly been involved with, probably the biggest fight I've ever been involved with in my career as a promoter. And this now is probably the most competitive event that we've had, because every one of our guys are in a meaningful fight. So the beneficiaries will be the fans. This is a fans promotion. This is a fight fans dream. 50-50 fights, bragging rights for us, the promoters. We want to win it, they want to win it, we're going to win it.
Thank you very much, Frank. If we can get a bit of quiet out the back there, please. We do have a press conference going on. Let's bring in Eddie Hearn. Eddie, 48 hours away, everything on the line. I know how much you want to win. Looking over to your left, how confident do you feel?
Very confident. Thank you, Dev, and echo what Frank said. Thank you, of course, to so many people, particularly His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Everybody here, I think everybody tuning in on the stream knows the rivalry. If you don't, it probably goes back a little bit further than you even know. Probably from the age of 8 or 9, when my family entered the world of boxing, there were 2 forbidden words in our household. It was Frank Warren. I listened to my dad as I sat waiting for him to finish his work at night, arguing with Frank, arguing with Don King, arguing with Bob Arum. And it's amazing to find myself in this position, 15 years deep in promoting boxing, never uttered a word to this man. Quite unique. Probably detrimental to the sport, but at the same time, the competition was so fierce that we were both driven to create the best shows for UK boxing. Now, you have an event before you on Saturday night that is not just groundbreaking because of the rivalry and the narrative, but because of the concept, because of the format. The first time a team concept has existed. A running points total with the graphics throughout the broadcast telling you who's in front, who's going to come from behind, who gets double points. But more importantly like that, opportunity for our fighters to go on the biggest stage in boxing and show the world how special they are. We are, both of us, a family of winners. I cannot tell you the desperation for victory on Saturday night. I had a call from my dad this morning. The only thing he said was, "We're going to win, son, aren't we? We can't let this guy win." And that's how we've been our whole career. That's how we've been for 3 decades. And whilst His Excellency has brought us together in an unbelievable fashion, and the relationship is good and the future is bright, Saturday, the rivalry is ignited like never before as we look to do a job on the 5 over there. And as I look down, Dev, in answer to your question, I sit here as someone that's very proud of 5 men that are ready to do battle on Saturday night in the most unique sport. Everyone taking part from both teams needs maximum respect for what they do. I look down the end, I see Craig Richards. Craig, we've come a long way, mate. I'm very proud of you. So many ups and downs. I remember talking you into a fight for the British title against Frank Buglioni, 6 days' notice. Yeah. You came through, you boxed Dimitri Bivol, you lost 115 to 113. You could have won that fight that night. The fight with Joshua Buatsi. And this is your moment. This is your stage. I saw you on business class coming out here. I saw you in the big suites. This is what you're fighting for on Saturday night. Yeah. Time for you to deliver. The man to your right, Raymond Ford, the best 126-pounder in the world, no doubt. I saw him as the B-side on a top-ranked show. We went upstate New York and I saw him demolish one of the most feared fighters on the planet in Komatov to stop him with 12 seconds to go behind on the scorecards. You're about to see this man who walked into my office as a 19-year-old, head between his legs, change his life. Camden, New Jersey on the map. Watch how special he is. Ammo Williams. This man's been through some ups and downs. Ammo, I'm so proud of you. Everything you've been through to this point takes you to this moment. Everything, the pain that you've suffered in the past will all come out on Saturday night. They call him Thomas the Hitman Hearns over there. Well, my God, you are marvellous Marvin Hagler on Saturday night. You take this guy to pieces. Philip, many fights with you. I've lost count of the amount of people that have told me this may be the best heavyweight in the world. We've heard it before. Your time has come. The time to show everybody how special you are against Daniel Dubois. We know the stories. We've had the spies in the camp. You know exactly what to do. And Deontay, we haven't always got on. But I admire you. I respect you. And as they say, setbacks pave the ways for comebacks. You are one dangerous, dangerous man. And when you destroy this man to my right, Zhilei Zhang, on Saturday, the whole world is going to take notice that you are back. So you 5, you take this by the scruff of the neck, you take it to this lot, and you fight with all your heart, you chase your dreams, and on Saturday night we shall be victorious without any question. Over to you, Dev. You lot are getting absolutely spanked.
In your dreams. In your dreams. Look at these fighters up there here on this table. Willy Hutchinson, the most decorated amateur boxer from Scotland. Yeah, Willy Hutchinson. And he is going to seize this moment with both hands. This is a big fight for him. He's going to prove what he's all about. When he signed with us at the very beginning, for me, I thought he was going to be one of our top guys. He's going to prove it to me on Saturday. He's here to fight. He's lost 1 fight. He's 17-1. He's in with a good fighter. But you know what? So Craig in with a good fighter. He's in with an exceptional fighter. Nick Ball, he should be sitting here as the champion of the world, holding one of those belts. He beat Vargas, the best featherweight in the world. He beat him and he was robbed. This should be a unification match. And he's in with a very good fighter in Ford. Don't get me wrong in that, but I'll tell you what, he's going to know that he's got a fight on when he gets in that ring with Nick Ball. The wrecking machine. He's got Duracell batteries. It's full of them, he is. I've never seen a guy with so much energy in the ring. He does not stop. You will know you've been in a fight, I promise you. Hamzah Sheeraz. Well, ammo, you better have a lot of ammo, I'm telling you, because he is the business. He can punch, he can box. Every fight he's had, he's stepped up every time. Every level steps up. This is a big step up for him. This is also a final eliminator for the world title. So there's a lot at stake here. 2 undefeated fighters. Our captain's in there. He's captain for a reason, because he's going to get those extra points. Daniel Dubois, up until May the 18th, gave Usyk his toughest fight as a heavyweight. There's no doubt about that. And hurt him. He's got the bit between his teeth. He had a great win last time out. You all see it here. It was here in Riyadh. And gritted his teeth and came through and showed that any moment in a fight, he has the punch power to stop a man. And when he gets a man in trouble, you are banging trouble. So, FIlip, you better be at your best, because I know he's at his best. And then the Big Bang. The Big Bang's in with the captain. Big Bang Zhang. You know, these two guys, they're at a crossroads, both of them. Neither of them can afford to lose. They cannot afford to lose this fight. They're both coming off of losses. The winner goes on, the loser, I don't know where he goes. So that, again, is a great fight. And we are up for this in a big way. My guys are up for it. Are we up for it, fellas?
Sure am.
Are we going to win this? Well, let's have a bit of enthusiasm.
Don't sound too confident, Frank, to be fair. I don't know.
We're going to win this. This is ours. Queensberry.
Looking like a lot of competition winners down there.
Try to get them the energy.
In the tracksuits.
We are competition winners. We win all our competitions.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Thank you, Eddie, as well. Brilliant battle cries there. We'll bring you in for each fight as well to kind of state your case as to why your man wins.
I've got to go and lay down now. I can't keep bringing him in.
Let's speak about the WBC Silver Light Heavyweight Championship that was on the line between Willy Hutchinson and Craig Richards. For those who have followed the promo, this is the chef versus the keeper. Bit of needle in this fight as well. It has sparked a little bit. I'm going to start with Craig Richards. I've been watching a few of your interviews and you've made it pretty clear you intend to punch Willy Hutchinson's head in. Tell us a little bit about the mindset heading into this and how motivated you are to get those points for Team Matchroom.
Yeah, first of all, just thank you, Eddie and Frank Smith, for putting me on this, for them to believe in me because they know I'm going to go and get them points. I'm very confident I'm going to deliver on Saturday night, this big platform, and I don't want to disappoint, number one, Eddie and Frank, and two, I don't disappoint myself. My career goes on, I'm chasing them world titles, and I have to go through Willy to go and get them, so I'm going to get him out of there Saturday night and push on.
Do you feel like he's just not on your level? Is that what this is about? You've competed at a very high level. Tell us.
Well, do you know what? I don't think he's on my level, number one, but two, it's not even about that. I'm just focused on my own journey. I work very, very hard in the gym. I don't think no one works harder than me. I'm diligent. I'm always learning and always improving. I think I boxed at the top level a couple of years ago and just come short, and I've improved dramatically since then. So I believe I'm one of the best fighters in the world currently now.
Well, let's bring in Willy Hutchinson here. Willy, big step up for you. Tell us why you're ready for this step up and tell us your intentions on Saturday night.
Listen, I'm very, very happy and grateful to even be sat up here with a bunch of people that's up here. I think it's unbelievable. For what I've been through a bit in my life, the ups and downs as well, and even just to where I'm at now, to get where I've got now was beyond belief. All my prayers is coming true. And again, my prayer is going to come true on Saturday night once I knock out Craig Richards in front of absolutely everybody in the stadium. I think he's a good boxer and everything, but he's not good enough for me. I think I'm going to lay him out and sleep him on Saturday night.
Craig,
I'm coming for them points. I'm coming for them points plus extra points, however many points. I'll be coming for whatever there is there.
Make prizes.
That's the beauty of boxing we'll see Saturday night.
He's 35-year-old. He's had his time. He's fought big good men 3 years ago. All the best. You've done very well for yourself. After this fight, you can pack up and leave it where it is. And leave it to the young man. I'm ready to take over.
Willy, you've said a few times you're going to knock him out, you're going to render him unconscious. Obviously, he's been in with Dimitri Bivol, Boatsi can punch a bit as well.
Yeah.
What is it that you've got that those guys haven't that you can do this job on Saturday?
Absolutely nothing.
Dev, I'm going to leave it on Saturday night. And then once what's done, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. I can see Eddie looking over at me with them eyes, and he's eyeballing me a little bit. He's a bit, I don't know. We're going to see Saturday night. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Eddie, state your case for your fighter.
Listen, I rate Willy Hutchinson. I think he's a great fighter. I just think Craig is getting better and better and better. He's been thrown in the deep end well before his time because he didn't have the blessing of this amateur pedigree, these Olympic medals. He had to come up the hard way. When he got, we boxed on the road against Shakan Pitters. He was supposed to get beat that night away from home as a Channel 5 fighter. Absolutely destroyed him. He came back. He boxed Dimitri Bivol well before his time, run him close. And again, I just feel like under Shane McGuigan now, he's punching so hard. This fight isn't going the distance. I really believe that. And, Willy Hutchinson's going to have to show things he's never shown in his career before because he's never boxed at this level. We know he's suffered a defeat before at a level well below Craig Richards. I believe he's a better fighter than that, but he's going to need to be because Craig Richards is prepared. He's a professional. He's getting better and better. He's punching very hard. And this is going to kick off the 5v5 in style for Matchroom. And I believe 2 points in the bag for Craig Richards.
100. Come on. Easy work.
Frank, no doubt you believe it will be points for Queensberry. State your case for Willy Hutchinson, the Hutch train on Saturday.
My case for Willy is really simple. First of all, Craig is a very good fighter. There's no doubt about it. All the things that have been said about him, I agree, up to the point about who's going to be the winner. But Willy will be seen as an exceptional fighter. He's going to produce the goods. All what we think about him, all the thoughts I've had about him as a fighter from day one, they're all going to be shown on Saturday night. It's up to him to do it. I know he can do it. He knows he can do it. He's got the equipment to do it. He's got the boxing brain. He's got the power. This is, for us, 2 points in our bag.
Thank you very much, Frank. Just quickly, Willy, have you got a message for Craig?
Listen, let's just weigh in tomorrow, get a nice bit of food into our bellies, and let's have a proper fight on Saturday night. And everyone, look out for fireworks because Craig Rich is getting put to sleep.
And you're right of reply, Craig. Just your final message to Willy.
I'll punch a lot harder than Lennox Clark. Saturday night, you'll find out.
Thank you very much. Fantastic fight. Willy Hutchinson, Craig Richards, one of the 5 versus 5 on Saturday. Let's move to the WBA World Featherweight Championship on the line between the champion Ray Ford and the challenger Nick Ball. Again, for those who have been following the promo, this is the jeweller against the butcher. And let's start with the butcher, the challenger on Saturday night. Nick Ball, I think everyone in here probably agrees that you should be sat there with the WBC World Featherweight title. It wasn't to be that night, but you've got a real opportunity now and a man in front of you who's just become champion, very good fighter. Tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah, that's it, innit? Another massive opportunity. Thanks to His Excellency for having me back on and Frank for getting me the opportunity. Happy to be back here and looking forward to it.
And do you think we'll need the judges this time? Is that the intention, to completely take it out of their hands?
That's always the intention, yeah, but this is more fuel to the fire, yeah, and we're all fired up, ready to go, so who knows, see what Saturday night brings.
Stylistically, how do you see this one playing out when the first bell rings?
However I come out and want it to go, yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, let's bring in the champion, Ray Ford. Ray, first defence of your world title. You won it in such dramatic fashion, but a tough first defence for you on Saturday night. Tell us how you're feeling about this fight.
I'm going to beat him the fuck up. Point blank, period. I ain't even going to play with him. Young man, his coach, they acting tough all week, walking around like they going to do something. They not even like that, and I'm going to show that.
Let me ask you this, Ray. I saw an interview with you where you talked about how people who think I'm going to be moving about and keeping away, they've got another thing coming on Saturday night. Are you planning on standing and trading in the pocket with Nick Ball?
Whatever I feel like I'm going to do, in the moment, I can do whatever I want for real. Like, if he get in there and act crazy and act like he want to trade, I don't even think he's going to be able to trade with me, to be honest. But if it go like that, I'm going to win whatever battle he want to go. If he want to box, I'm going to win that battle. If he want bang, I'm going to win that battle. It don't matter.
Nick, your response to that?
I haven't got one.
He said that... Go on.
He said what? He ain't got what?
He said he's got no response to you, Ray.
All right.
Same as Saturday night. No response.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring you in here, Eddie. State the case for your man, clearly
listen,
fired up.
You've seen the promos. I'm a Nick Ball fan. Frankie's right. He should be the WBC World Champion. speak to some of the most knowledgeable people in the sport. Ask Shakur Stevenson, ask Devin Haney, ask all these guys about Ray Ford. You are about to witness one of the most special fighters on the planet on Saturday night. I swear, you will watch this kid and you will put him on a level with all the guys that I just said. Komatov was a fight, this big monster from Uzbekistan that was supposed to come and walk Ray Ford down. He mixed it up, he stood, he traded with him, he warred with him, he probably shouldn't. He probably boxed the fight that he shouldn't have fought. He still did it and he stopped him. And on Saturday night, like I said, I do rate Nick Ball, but you are about to watch an absolute masterclass from this man. He's going to break him down. I believe he'll stop him in the fight. He's got unbelievable confidence. His pulse don't go above 23. He's ice cold. And this is going to put him on the map as a superstar in the sport.
Thank you, Eddie. Frank, Nick Ball very much going to let his fist do the talking, it looks like, on Saturday, as he always does. What is your case for Nick Ball to win on Saturday?
Well, in his last fight, he won that fight. I think we all agree on that. And he beat the guy who everybody made the best featherweight in the world. Okay. So that's my case for him. He's the best featherweight in the world. And we will see on Saturday night. I've got every confidence in him, his ability, his will to win, his desire, his work rate. No fighter in boxing has a work rate like he does. And you'll see on Saturday night a new champion. And another couple of points for us.
Thank you, Frank. These points are really stacking up now, actually on both sides. I don't think we can get that final score that these guys are suggesting. That's Ray Ford and Nick Ball, WBA World Featherweight Championship on Saturday. Let's now move to the middleweight division. WBC Silver title on the line and a final eliminator for the WBC World Middleweight Championships. It's Hamzah Sheeraz versus Ammo Williams, and Hamzah, of course, is the captain of Queensberry. I'm going to start with Ammo Williams here. Ammo, I watched your interview after the workout with Olivia yesterday. You looked very fired up. You looked absolutely ready to go and really destroy the Queensberry captain. That's sort of the mindset that I could see. Tell us what you were thinking.
It's really no thinking at this point. You know, it's just everything you witness from me is totally my energy. It's me. It's 100%. It's no second thought. It's no curation. It's just me.
I've heard you talk about cracks in the foundations of Hamzah Sheeraz, and that when you did that face-off, you saw things in there. Tell us a little bit about what you saw.
Well, as a fighter, we could just tell who's really born for this and who's not. And I just feel like he's not really truly born for this. I think he's been maneuvered right. He got picked up out of the amateurs. Frank did a great job with him, making his career look the way it does. And that's one reason why I called him out back in September. Eddie knows I've been coming after Hamzah because the aesthetic of things would look really good for me. So now I'm just ready to show who I am. I'm really evolved, and I went through a state of metamorphosis to become something a lot more dangerous than what you've ever seen before. And on Saturday night, it'll be on full display.
Okay, well, let's bring in Hamzah Sheeraz. Hamzah, you are the captain. You are fighting a man who has just said he's been through a stage of metamorphosis. This is a dangerous fighter in front of you on Saturday. Tell us how you're feeling about this one.
First of all, I'd just like to thank the Almighty Allah for allowing us to be here today. I'd like to thank Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn and Zhilei, my team. I'd also like to express my gratitude for the people of Riyadh who've been extremely hospitable, and I felt extremely welcome here, so thank you very much. And I'm just locked in for Saturday night, Dev. I'm locked in, ready to go, done what I need to do, and that's it. Everything I've needed to say, I said to Ammo's face and that face-off, and that's what it is. It's fight night's 48 hours away, and I'm ready.
Let me ask you this, Hamzah. We did a quick interview yesterday on it was the workout, and you said sometimes there comes a fight where you have to put a beating on a man, and that is your intention on Saturday night. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's my mentality going into a fight like this. I understand the assignment I've got in front of me. We haven't took it lightly. We know what we've got to do. But like I said, a fight of this magnitude, with the history that it's got between the promoters and whatnot, that's the only thing I should have in my mind, to put a pure beating on my opponent.
And Ammo, let me bring you back in here, and feel free to interject if you hear anything you don't like from Hamzah. I've heard you say that Frank Warren has made a mistake selecting him as captain, and after about 2 minutes in the first round, he will know about it. What are we expecting to see after about 2 minutes in the first round?
A full-blown war. Something I know that Hamzah he's never been through anything like what he's going to go through Saturday night. It's going to be a mental fortitude that he's going to have to stir up, ask himself questions. You guys will see. You guys will totally see. I can't talk about it anymore. I'm just totally ready to show it.
Hamzah, let me bring you back in here. What do you think of Austin Williams' tail?
No comment.
I wasn't sure there would be. Let me ask you this. So you are the Queensberry captain. You have that blue and yellow running through your veins. How much does it mean to be given that, either a pressure or a privilege on Saturday? How much does it mean to you?
It's a massive honour, Dev. It's a massive, massive honour. It just shows how much faith and trust Frank has in me. And I think the only way to pay him back would be to get them extra 4 points, inshallah.
And Ammo, does Hamzah's power concern you? He's knocked out 13 in a row.
I invite power. I invite skills. I invite it all. I want to see it. I want to feel it. I'm hungry for it. I'm not running from anything. I'm standing straight to it. And you guys will see what it's like when someone's spirit is meant for this. You will see it. Trust me. Don't miss it. Live on DAZN June 1st.
And do you have a message for Hamzah Sheeraz?
I already gave him my message. As he said before, we sat face to face. I looked him dead in his eye. I seen his soul. I know what he's all about. And Saturday, I'll exploit a lot of different things that you guys don't know about him.
Okay, any response to that, Hamzah? He's going to expose things we don't know about you.
No response to him, but make sure everyone tunes in Saturday night. Expect a great fight.
All right, let's get the promoters in here. Eddie, you've got a fired up Ammo Williams who's made it very clear what his intentions are. How does he get it done on Saturday?
Oh, he's a nightmare for Hamzah Sheeraz. I'll be honest. You know, as I said before, I really like Hamzah. He's a gentleman, but Ammo Williams is a nightmare. He's a nightmare because he's unpredictable. He's so tough. Mentally, he's on another level right now. He punches so hard. And Hamzah's a perfectionist. You see him walking around with the lovely suits and he's got this beautiful bust with his name on it. Everything's got to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect on Saturday night. You're not going to be able to set your feet and throw the perfect shots at the perfect time. This guy's going to be buzzing around you. He's going to be ripping you to the body. He's going to be letting his hands fly at speed. And we're going to find out a lot about Hamzah Sheeraz on Saturday. I don't want to be disrespectful, but now's the time we find out if this kid's for real. Because we've seen the nice jab, we've seen the nice straight right hand. What's it like in the trenches? And I promise you, Ammo Williams will take you to the trenches. And I know if there's someone I want in the trenches with me, it's Ammo Williams. And I know he's the captain, and I know he's the golden boy of Queensberry, but I have absolute faith in Ammo Williams. And if we can win this fight and take away the captain's points, we can sit back and just enjoy FIlip Hrgovic and Deontay Wilder doing the business. It could be a wrap after fight 3.
Thank you, Eddie. Frank, Hamzah is your captain. He is your man. Eddie described him as your golden boy as well, trusting him to come away with a big win.
That's why he's the captain. That's the faith I've got in him. I know his ability. He's one of the best young prospects. Not prospects, he's probably one of the best young fighters in the world at the moment. Everything he's done it properly. He's a consummate professional. And Ammo will find that out. He'll find out about the preparation he's put into this fight. He'll find out about his power, his boxing ability, his ranginess. He's got a fantastic jab. For me, probably one of the best jabs out there. And we are going to see something special yet again in this fight on Saturday. And I really would not have made him captain if I didn't feel he was capable of doing the job for those extra points.
Thank you, Frank. Fantastic fight. Middleweight Division 2, unbeaten middleweights. Let's move to the heavies. Let's talk about Daniel Dubois against FIlip Hrgovic, final eliminator for the IBF World Heavyweight Championship. If you're following the promo, this is the suit versus the taxi driver. And Daniel Dubois, I'm going to start with you. You asked for this fight. You put out that video. You called out FIlip Hrgovic. You told him you're the daddy and you wanted to fight him. Now it's 48 hours away. How are you feeling about this fight?
I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. He's here to fight me. You know, I can't take no more easy steps, no more bums. This is the level I need to be at, and I'm ready for it.
It's a big fight. It's a dangerous fight, Daniel. What do you know about FIlip Hrgovic, and what are you expecting from him on Saturday?
You know what? We have a bit of history in sparring and whatever, but that was 7 years ago. I'm here for this, you know, the fight on Saturday, and I'm going to knock him out on Saturday.
He said that he destroyed you in sparring. Does it annoy you when you hear things like that?
No, not at all. I'm ready for him, you know. Ready for it.
Well, let's bring in El Animal. FIlip, not a lot of people call you out, but Daniel Dubois did call you out. He wants you on Saturday night, and he says he's going to knock you out. Tell us how you're feeling about this fight.
Hi, everyone. I feel great. I'm glad that he called me out and that he wants to fight me. I was calling for top heavyweights and big names for last few years, and it's really good fight for me. And he's good name, he's a good boxer, and I can't wait for Saturday.
I've heard you refer to the man as a baby, and you said that he is not mature enough to beat someone like me. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think I have, it's the fact that I have much more experience. I had long amateur career, and I gone through more than him, so I think even maybe he has more professional fights, but I have much more experience, and I think I take him to school.
Okay, any response to that, Daniel?
No, I'm just ready to fight. Move on.
I will indeed. Thank you very much, Daniel Dubois. FIlip Hrgovic, do you want me to move on as well? Presumably you do. I'll move on. Thank you, FIlip Hrgovic. Thank you, Daniel Dubois. I think we heard both of your cases at the start, gents, so fantastic heavyweight fight. Let's move on to Deontay Wilder against Zhilei Zhang. Just one of those tremendous fights that probably couldn't happen without the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I'm going to start with Deontay. You said that the Bronze Bomber is back. That's the question that everyone's been asking. Is he back? Tell us how confident you are that on Saturday night you can be that Deontay Wilder again.
I'm very confident in what I've been stating. You know, I'm very happy to be here in Riyadh. This is a beautiful card. I'm very excited to be working alongside Eddie. Like he said, we haven't had the best of relationships in the past, but the thing about time brings about changes, and I love being a part of changes. At this moment in time, we're like a warrior drum. We're one beat with one sound. And I love all on this left side, you can feel the energy that we're not playing no games. We come to win and we come to knock them out. This 5-on-5, we're going on a 5-man sweep. And I'm looking forward to Saturday night.
We heard from Hamzah Sheeraz earlier, the Queensberry captain. He spoke very passionately about how Queensberry picked him up, how Frank picked him up. How much do you want to show for Matchroom? You are their captain. You are repping them for the first time, actually. Tell us how you're feeling about being their captain.
I'm feeling great about being the captain. You know, Eddie could have chosen any one of these great guys to my left to become the captain, but he chose me, and it's a great responsibility. It's a responsibility that I accepted with open arms, and I'm looking forward to proving that I still got what it takes. I still got the juice, and I'm gonna deliver come Saturday night. I can't wait. I'm gonna be like Ali Liston. I'm gonna stand over his body like 65, like Ali did Liston in 65. So I'm looking forward to the fight. I can't wait. This has been an absolute pleasure coming back here again, and I must deliver. It's do or die, you know, and y'all already know how I feel as a warrior. I'm a warrior. I got a warrior mentality. I got a warrior mindset. I got a warrior heart. And I'll die for what I believe in. I'm willing to die in the ring for what I believe in. And if a man ain't willing to step in there and die like me, he better step out of that bitch, because I'm ready.
Okay, let's bring in Big Bang Zhilei Zhang. I understand Kurt has been translating for you everything that Deontay Wilder has said here tonight. Deontay said he wants to stand over you after he knocks you out on Saturday. How do you feel about that, Zhilei?
他说他击倒你之后会从你的身上跨过去。
Okay, come on.
Please don't. What are his weaknesses? What have you seen from Deontay Wilder that you can capitalise on?
觉得他的弱点在哪？
他的弱点老旧，然后他是个战斗机，轰炸机，但是这个轰炸机已经没有子弹，已经起飞不起来了，因为他遇见一颗炸弹。
He's a veteran, and he's the bronze bomber for a reason. But I think the bomber is out of ammo now, because he's fighting Big Bang right now.
And he is Eddie Hearn's captain. Eddie Hearn has trusted him to, I guess, pick up 4 points. How do you feel about Eddie Hearn selecting him as a captain? Has he made a mistake?
Eddie 信任他，把他选成队长，赢了之后就4分。你觉得他这种选择？
他这个选择是错误的，因为他在讨好 Deontay，因为他想从他身上拿到铁管合同。
Like I said the other day, I think he made a mistake. I think he chose him as a captain to kiss his ass in order to get a promotional contract.
Is it true, Eddie?
No, I'd love to sign Deontay Wilder. I think he's probably one of the most exciting fighters in the world, one of the best heavyweights in the world. But so is Zhilei Zhang. I've got to say, that war cry from Deontay Wilder is the reason that I made him captain. You know, as great as these men are to my left, this guy is one of the most feared fighters in the world. And sometimes everybody writes someone off after a defeat. But it's the greats that come back. And when I look into his eyes, I see the same dangerous man that for years I had to try and dampen the flames, right? Because he wasn't our guy. I had to try and tell everyone that really this guy was overrated. He wasn't the real deal. And every time I see him render his opponent unconscious. But now I get to be in his corner and I get to see him explode on Saturday night. It's an honour to be representing Deontay Wilder for one night only. And hopefully, as Zhilei Zhang said, the future does lead to a promotional contract. But all that matters is Saturday night. And I believe you are going to see one of the most brutal knockouts you've seen in the heavyweight division on Saturday night. And this man will establish himself and announce himself once more as the most dangerous puncher in the heavyweight division.
Thank you, Eddie. Well, we've heard the war cry from Deontay. We've heard from Eddie Hearn as well. We've heard from Big Bang. Frank, state the case for your man on Saturday night to get the job done.
He's Big Bang, and he's Big Bang for a reason. You know, he's a big puncher. His last fight, I think he could have been a bit more fitter, and he gassed a little bit at the end. There was nothing in that fight against Joe Parker. He was in front. He had him on the floor twice. Joe did well, but this is a crossroad fight for both of them. You know, last time out, Deontay, he didn't look like the Deontay Wilder of the old. We'll see now what he's got left in the tank. Has he got anything left in the tank? Both these guys' career is on the line. These guys, the winner's going to go on, the loser is going to have a real job to get back into the top mix again. And it's as simple as that. This is a career-defining fight, and I think that Big Bang has the tools to produce the Big Bang on the night.
Thank you, Frank. One more from the promoters. Eddie, just got a question for you. If you are coming away with victory, what sort of winner are you going to be? Are you going to be magnanimous? Are you going to be humble in victory? What sort of winner will you be?
Don't be daft, Dev. It's going to be pure gloatation on the fly. It's going to be painful for Queensberry for the foreseeable future. But as much as this is Queensberry versus Matchroom, this is also a moment for these 5 men to just take huge leaps in their career. And the one thing that is the most pleasing part of my job is to see people change their life, achieve, chase legacy, look after their family, create generational opportunities for their children. And all of these 5 have the opportunity to do it on Saturday night. And I'm so excited to be a part of this format. You know, we will shake hands before and we'll shake hands after. But it's going to be a painful flight home for someone come Sunday.
Final response from you, Frank. What sort of winner would you be? And you don't want any painful flights home, do you?
I'll be an unbearable loser. unbearable, unbearable winner as well. Look, this is a great concept. We thank His Excellency for helping and making this happen here in Riyadh. You know, I keep banging on about it. The capital of the world's boxing. This is a great format. We got a great team, and these guys, it's in their hands to change their life, to change their futures, secure their families' futures, and they're all capable of doing it. This is an exciting concept, and Eddie's lucky. You know, he's got FIlip on his team. He's very lucky because it's going to be taxi for Matchroom on the night.
You've been waiting for that one, haven't you?
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you to all the fighters up here. Best of luck to all fighters involved. We're going to get face-offs down the front here. Saturday night, it's 5 versus 5, and it's live.